Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to see about stacks. Stack is an application of data structure, which you have seen in the first year. Even in the first unit, you have seen what is what. So, the second unit, you are going to study about stack. You are going to study about recursive function, and you are going to study about queues. So, stack is something like a sack. I hope you are familiar with a sack, which can be plastic or other kind of sacks. We all are familiar, right? So what happened with sacks? How do we insert the things? Normally we used to keep some luggage and carry. For that sake, we use a sack. So how do we insert the things? So we use the single end. We call it as a top end. From the top end, we are going to insert the element, insert the item, and from the same end, we are going to delete. We are going to take it out. Same way, so stack also have similar features of your stack. So where insertion and deletion is done from the same end. Let me repeat. If you take a stack, which is an ordered list where insertion and deletion is done from the same end. And normally for insertion and deletion, we use two different terminologies. For insertion, we call it as push operation, and for deletion, we call it as pop operations. So you have to keep these two things in your mind. We no more use like insertion and deletion. We call push and pop operations. Okay. So please look at the diagram. Look at the first diagram where we have inserted a single character. So the character is A, and you can also see that there is a variable called top. Top is a variable, it's a pointer variable which always contains the topmost element in the stack. So if you look at the second diagram, where you can see that there is a change, there is a displacement happened to the variable top. This is because we have inserted one more character in the stack. So we have successfully inserted two characters. And look at the top. As I told you, top always pointing towards the topmost element in the given stack. Look at the third diagram where we have inserted one more character called C, and there is a change in top. If you go to the next diagram, again we have got inserted one more element which is D, and even there is a change with the variable top. Look at the next diagram, the second last diagram, where we have successfully inserted 5 elements. And look at the top. Top is pointing towards the character, which is the last character, and which is E. And if you go to the last diagram, so you can see that there is a change in the variable called top. So what happened? We have taken out, we have deleted the topmost element from the stack, and now the top pointing towards the next element, or I can say like which is the topmost element, which is going to be D. So if you look at these diagrams, one is clear, the insertion and deletion is done from the same end. For this sake, we call stack is last in, first out. So we call it as LIFO. So you can see on the screen, stack always follows last in, first out. And if you look at the diagram, we have successfully inserted 5 elements, and we have deleted one element from that. Right? Yeah. Next, let us see how do we represent a stack. There are many ways we can represent a stack. So normally we use an array to represent this, or you can take a singly linked list. You know what is singly linked list? You have studied this in the first year. So let us see how we can represent a stack using an array. So before we represent a stack using an array, you should take care of two variables, or you have to make use of two variables, and the variables are top and max stack size, because we know that every array is a fixed size one. We cannot change if it is a static one. If it is a dynamic one, we can change it. But normally, if you say an array which is static one, so obviously what happens? There is a limit for the size. There is a limit for upper bound. So this we call it as max stack size of the array, the capacity of the array. And we take another variable called top. Top is normally is a pointer, is a variable which gets address of the topmost element, which pointing towards the topmost element in the stack. So next, initially what we do is we are going to initialize top is equal to -1. So if I said top is -1, which indicates we have got a stack without any element, because we have taken an array to represent a stack. So when the moment I say we take an array, you should remember that the array always starts from an index value 0. So why we have taken top is -1 is, before we start inserting an element into the stack, we are going to increment the top by 1. So if you take top is -1 at the beginning, we are going to increment it by 1. So which is going to be top of 0, and the array index start from 0. That means from the first location, we are going to insert the element, right? Next, so max stack size is choice is yours. You have to keep the maximum number of elements that can be stored in a stack. So this you have to define when you write your program. Next, so look at the diagram which you can see on the screen. So normally what we have seen the previous slide was stack was represented in a horizontal way, and now this is a vertical one. Whichever the way you want, you can represent this. But please remember, or please look at the diagram where you can see a stack which is represented using an array, and we have taken an array with max size as 8. Max stack size is 8. And if you look at this carefully, we have successfully inserted 3 characters. What are the characters? You can see A, B, and C have got inserted at the location of, if you take the array as I have not named the array, so which is inserted in the index value 0, 1, and 2. And look at the top. As I told before, top is a variable which pointing towards the last element or the topmost element in the given stack. Am I right? So we have got a stack which is having a size which can accommodate 8 characters, but we have accommodated only 3 characters. We have popped in 3 characters, and top value is going to be 2. Initially, it was -1. After every insertion, or before every insertion, we are going to increment top by 1. So before, for the starting, it was -1. So before we insert the first element, we incremented, which is 0. Increment again before the second element, so which is going to be 1. Increment again before you insert the next element, which is going to be 2. So we have successfully inserted 3 characters, right? So next is stack operations. What we can do with the stacks. Okay, so this we can see in the next video.